What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another SideLine Sports Pick-Ems. We are bringing you the Conference Championship Sunday this time, and I'm joined with my co-host, Kal. How are you, man?
What's going on, man? How are you?
I'm all right, man. Are you excited for this weekend?
I can't fucking wait, dude. I'm waiting for that Brady and Rodgers matchup. I cannot wait.
Dude, you know what I noticed about this whole weekend before we get started? Both games, all four quarterbacks are just so damn good this year, specifically this year.
It shows that you need a fucking quarterback to get you far in this business in this league.
Yeah, and we clearly don't have that as Chicago fans. But let's move on to the first game. So we have the NFC Championship game playing at 3:05 p.m. Eastern. We have the Tampa Bay Bucs visiting the Green Bay Packers in a showdown of legendary quarterbacks. So Kal, let me get your pick and your reason why who you're going to take in this matchup, because this one's really a toss-up for me. I really don't know who I'm going to go with, but let me hear it from you.
All right, so before I make this pick, I got to put something on real quick. Off camera.
I wonder what this could be.
It's hard to go against the GOAT, but can you see that?
Yeah, I see it.
It's hard to go against the GOAT, man, but dude, Rodgers right now is fucking balling on another planet, not another level, another planet. Okay, he's that clear MVP cut. It's why I think that Green Bay is going to win. Obviously, it's going to come down to quarterback play, right? And I think Rodgers is more important than Brady is in this game. Tampa does have the best defense out of the four teams in the conference championship matchups. Green Bay does have the second one, but they did improve a lot in the second half of the season. From after week 8, their defense improved tremendously. Been doing great. Aaron Rodgers been doing fucking great all season, doing what he's doing. Bucs, on the other hand, I feel like the Saints game, if that was the Packers playing them last week, the Saints offense obviously looks like shit. I think that the Packers would have steamrolled them. Not steamrolled them, but they definitely would have beat them, I think. And I think that's going to happen this week. Tampa's defense has been declining a lot since the second half of the season. Like I said, that Saints game was flukish because the Saints didn't do anything against the Bears, and their offense doesn't look the same as previous years. Green Bay has a great offensive line finally. Comes down to which version of the Bucs defense is going to show up, in my opinion. It's going to be the first half defense. It's going to be the second half defense. That first half defense was awesome. Second half defense, not so much. They definitely declined in a lot of the major categories. But Brady and that offense has definitely got that chemistry going. Antonio Brown is not playing, which is, I don't know, I think it's huge, but it's not like, oh man, he doesn't have Godwin or Evans still, you know what I mean, or Gronk. Rodgers got Devontae Adams. A.J. Dillon's been balling out. I think he's going to be their future running back out there in Green Bay. I got to go with number 12 from Green Bay, man. As a Bears fan, it's hard to say, but dude, the fucking guy is just, he's awesome. He's a fucking awesome just person, dude. Just to watch him is amazing. And that fucking drafting that quarterback, Jordan Love, really lit a fucking fire under his ass. Not getting him a wide receiver, I think, pissed him off even more. So he showed you guys that I'm, 36, 37 years old, and I'm still going to fucking just do what the fuck I do, which is just ball out, keep this team relevant in this National Football League until I'm gone. And you guys are going to fucking miss me when I'm gone. And I think he's going to get that ring this year. He's number 2.
Yeah, so I don't disagree with anything you said. I think this is going to be a matchup of, like you said, quarterback play, right? And I do agree with you on that Rodgers is more important than Brady, mostly for the fact that the Bucs defense is just good, right? They have been a little shoddy pretty much like in the playoffs and down the line in the stretch of the regular season. So I can see why you pointed that out and why you picked the Packers to win, right? I like I said, I was kind of torn on this. I don't really know who's going to win. Last week I did say I predicted that it would be the Bucs against the Bills in the Super Bowl. So I'm gonna stick with it, but man, I'm still gonna take the Bucs, and I think this is reason number one. Tom Brady has a lot more weapons than Aaron Rodgers does. Now, that doesn't take anything away from Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers and that connection that they've had for how long now, right? It doesn't take anything away from them. They've been playing extremely well, like way better than a lot of people thought, especially this season after they drafted Love, whatever his first name is, right? And also not getting my receiver. But man, I feel like I can't vote against TB12, bro. Like number 12 on the red team, Man, both quarterbacks, man. This is the problem with like legendary quarterbacks facing off in a playoff game, not the Super Bowl, is that you're kind of like left to pick between the two, right? Even as a Bears fan, I would love to see Rodgers win another ring. Let's be honest, because he deserves it. But I can't vote against the GOAT. Like, that's my main thing. But again, I would love to see Rodgers win a ring. I'm not going to vote against the GOAT. So that's why I'm picking the Bucs. I actually think this is a game that is going to be heavy relied on Chris Godwin or Gronk, one of the two, over Mike Evans, just because Jair is going to follow Mike Evans throughout the field, right? Yeah. I have to go with the Bucs, man. It's a coin toss for me, literally.
It's
like
such a fucking legendary matchup, dude. Like, I don't like people, man. This is obviously the first time they ever meet in the playoffs since Brady's on the NFC. He's been to AFC his whole career. This is a badass match. Like, this is probably better than the Super Bowl. If it's like the Bills, not to take away from the Bills, but like if it was like the Bills versus one of these teams in the Super Bowl, this matchup would be so much better. You know what I mean? It's just fucking a badass matchup, dude. Two number 12s just fucking going at it. You know, the other wants to beat the other so bad. You know what I mean? And it's going to come down to Brady going to continue that quest for 7, or Rodgers going to get number 2. I really think Rodgers needs that number 2, though. Really fucking.
You know, the thing that you brought up right now about that, too, about one of the quarterbacks wanting to beat the other one really badly. So what I think, and obviously we've seen Aaron Rodgers doesn't fold under pressure, like, ever, right? He continues to outgun everybody. He's never the underdog. Like, it never works against him. He's always in a favor against his opponent. This is a thing that I think might hold the Packers a little back, and it's not gonna, but I think it might have a little pressure on Aaron Rodgers, is that he has to beat Tom Brady in order to get his second ring. Whereas Tom Brady's like, I already got 6. There's no pressure on me right now. Like,
so Brady wants it.
Yeah, no, of course. Brady
wants to show I can do it without Belichick. I can do it in any conference, anywhere, anytime.
Exactly. So, but I think there's more pressure on Aaron Rodgers to beat Tom Brady, to go to the Super Bowl and actually win his second ring, more than Tom Brady saying, I don't need Belichick. I don't need to be in the AFC. That's my thing, right?
I agree with that.
But, man, like I said, this is a toss-up, man. This is going to be a great fucking game, and I can't wait for it. Like, I'm so excited. And like you said, man, this is probably going to be more exciting than the Super Bowl. Because
unless it's Mahomes, one of these guys, that's going to be fucking great as well.
Yeah. I mean, listen, the Super Bowl is going to be fun either, no matter what the matchup is. All the different combinations you can do. But, man, this game, just because it is 2 Hall of Famers, 2 legendary quarterbacks, the GOAT against a guy that should have been in that conversation, right? I think that's, dude, that is going to be a great.
And I do think Rodgers is the most talented quarterback out of the 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely the most talented in terms of getting out of the pocket and all that. But Brady is just, his resume speaks for himself, right? You know, we got to talk about Brady too much. But I do think that Rodgers wants that, like you said, wants that number 2 ring more than Brady wants to prove things wrong. But the fact that Brady is so fucking competitive, really wants to show, I feel like he wants to show people like, hey, I want to fucking get this. I read some quote today real quick. I don't want to hold this up on too long in this one. I forgot who he was talking to in New England in 2012. Somebody was like, oh man, I didn't make it to the Pro Bowl, this and that. He was like, do you think I fucking come here for the fucking Pro Bowl? We're out here chasing rings. Like, come on, dude, get your fucking head right, get your priorities straight. Like, Brady don't give a fuck about doesn't give a fuck about anything except that one thing, and that's fucking at number 7, dude. He wants it bad.
And you know, another thing to add on to Aaron Rodgers, right? So I think if he does beat Tom Brady and then he wins the Super Bowl this year, I think it pushes him forward against like all those other quarterbacks like Drew Brees, right? Who's only won 1 ring. I think it puts him into that conversation. And I think if he wins it, I think it even pushes him over the ledge of Peyton Manning, right? Because Peyton Manning is arguably probably top 3 quarterback of all time, roughly, right? I think Aaron Rodgers will beat him out on that because they'll have the same amount of rings. And Aaron Rodgers is so fucking good, dude. I hate it. Like, I hate saying that as a Bears fan. But you gotta show appreciation where it's at, man. Like,
dude, Bears fan, I love the fucking guy. I love to just see him in action, it's like fucking art, right? It's just, man, dude, this is a fucking badass matchup, and I cannot wait to just watch it. And I hope it does not disappoint. I don't think it will, and I don't think it'll be a blowout, but I think it's gonna be just a fucking, like, this is gonna be like a legendary fucking, like, one of those 30 years from now NFL moment, like, you know, on NFL Network, they're just replaying historic games. This has got to be one of them. It's awesome.
Yeah, so I would love to watch this game in like 3 years, 4 years, even 20 years from now. And like, you know, I got my kids and I'm like, dude, these are the guys that we grew up on. Like, look at them, you know. But let's move on to the AFC Championship game playing at 5:40 p.m. Eastern. We have the young and talented Buffalo Bills led by Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs against the reigning Super Bowl champs and Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, right? Dude, this is another one of those games, like we just said. I think, man, you know what, Cal, give me your opinion, man, before I give mine.
Let me show you who I'm taking. Hold on.
This man got a jersey for every game.
Did you see me?
Yeah, no, not really, but I know what you're doing.
Mahomes, baby. Can't go against the future GOAT. Cannot, concussion or not, this guy just rose like Undertaker, the dead man at fucking WrestleMania, and just shocked the world. And now Sean McDermott, Josh Allen are like, fuck. But I'm sure they obviously prepared for him to play. You're not taking out Mahomes easily with that concussion protocol or not. I think he has to play this game. Obviously, definitely safety first, but it's Mahomes, dude. You know, Trubisky's nightmare right here. Chicago's nightmare, dude. Let me give you some stats though. So the Chiefs actually had the worst defense out of the 4 teams in the championship games. They blitzed 35% of the plays. I think they need to get to Josh Allen quick because their defense backs man-to-man against Diggs or any other wide receiver. I don't think that Chiefs defensive backs can hold back. So they really got to get to Josh Allen quick. The Bills defense actually improved a lot in the second half, sort of like how we were talking about Green Bay. And, you know, obviously like the major categories, like opponent yards per game, quarterback completion, opponent rush yards, throw all that shit out the window because I don't give a fuck, because against Mahomes, there are no stats. Dude does whatever the fuck he wants, however he wants, whenever he wants. The Chiefs proved, of course they need Mahomes, but they proved that there's got so many great fucking weapons. They're such a well-coached team. Last week against the Browns, who the Browns have been fucking hot lately, right? It's not no Cleveland of the olden days that we know. They had Chad Henne come in, and they still managed to pull out the win with their kicker missing 2 field goals. Who's one of the most accurate kickers ever. It's such a great fucking team, and now you're adding Patrick Mahomes back. It's a great run for the Bills. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but I do think that Mahomes going to come up on top. Is going to show why that he's going to be the best quarterback of this generation and maybe of all time. Dude, if this dude stays healthy, bro, obviously we can see what he could do, man. He's going to be fucking great. He's already great. It's going to be amazing. Oh, my God. I can't wait to fucking watch this kid the next 10, 15 years.
Yeah, so, okay, so again, I'm going to double down on what I said. I think it's going to be the Bills against the Bucs in the Super Bowl. And reason number one, and it has not, obviously, you shouldn't be voting against Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is literally the last 3 seasons has proven that he is the best quarterback in the NFL, and it's kind of not even close, right? This is the first season that we saw like Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson before, like, you know, he took that dive, and even Josh Allen. They were all up for MVP candidates, right? But man, I'm telling you, I think. So to add to what you said, that Chiefs secondary is complete garbage outside of Tyrann Mathieu, right? And even him, he's not playing at an all-pro level like we're used to seeing. And it might just be a down season. It might be a Super Bowl hangover. Call it what you want. The Chiefs are the Chiefs. Like, they are that fucking good. Does not matter. I think, and this is something why I still want to vote for the Bills, is that the Browns lost the game more than the Chiefs won it last week.
Yeah.
Because you had, as the Browns, you had all the opportunity to come back and beat the Chiefs. Like, Patrick Mahomes gets knocked out. You have Chad Henne, who, if you saw that interception that he threw, it was so bad. It was literally one of the worst interceptions.
Yeah, I've ever seen.
And like literally of all time, right? Yeah. Like overthrew him by like 10 yards.
Literally.
Okay. and you lost the game, so that's on the Browns. But to the Chiefs' point, they are well coached. Andy Reid has the biggest balls in the NFL for going on at 4th and 1, and to trust Chad Henne, who literally just overthrew the shit out of a receiver to get a 2-yard completion. So let's credit the Chiefs. Again, the Chiefs are the Super Bowl reigning champs. Like, you can't count them out. In this, and they could probably go back and win it back to back. Like, let's be real.
The next 10 if Mahomes stays healthy, man.
Literally, like, they can win every year. It doesn't matter who he has. Like, he can throw the ball to anybody, and anybody will catch it and score. Like, that's how good he is. Here's where I tilt the weight a little bit for the Bills. Mahomes is in concussion protocol, and I know he's playing, but that has to play in the back of your minds. You need to get at him and get at him early and hurt him bad. And I, of course, wouldn't want injuries, wouldn't want anything. Like, I want this to be a fucking gunslinging game, like, between these two quarterbacks. But as for the Bills, you need to get after Mahomes. That's the only way that you're going to win this game. The rushing offense isn't all that, so if you can somewhat contain Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill, then you should be fine. Tre'Davious White, be the all-pro corner. You say you're the best corner in the NFL. Stick on Tyreek.
This is the time to do it.
Exactly. Shut him down and show that you are the best corner in the NFL. As for Matt Milano, who's one of the very, like, I would say the biggest probably underdog for the Bills defense, you need to stick your fucking foot up Travis Kelce's ass in order to stop him. Like, you are just as fast as him as a linebacker. Yeah, he has height advantage on you, but as long as you hold him down, you should be fine. Like, that's the game plan for the Bills to win this game. Josh Allen just needs to continue what he's doing with Stephon Diggs and even Zach Moss as the running back. You guys just need to play pretty much like a perfect game in order to get to the Super Bowl. And I think no matter if you need to play a better game this week than you do in the Super Bowl against either of those NFC teams. So the Bills need to win this game, and I think they will. I think they have the formula to do it. And I think Stephon Diggs is just going to go bananas, him and Josh Allen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Against that Chiefs secondary. But again, you can't, I mean, the Chiefs can keep up with anybody. They could be down 30 and they'll come back and win. So
I've seen that a lot.
Yeah, and that's where it comes down to. Like, the Bills just need to get ahead very, very early and just keep that lead. Like, sustain it, and you will win.
Yeah, I think, Stephon Diggs is definitely going to have his game. He's going to get his yards. Wouldn't be surprised if he hits 150. But, I mean, it's just hard, dude. It's Mahomes, man. It's like when Brady, like, with the Patriots. You know what I mean? It was, who's Brady going to face this year in the Super Bowl? That's what it always came down to, you know? Now I feel like that's what we're getting at with Mahomes. This dude stays healthy for the next 10, 15 years. I wouldn't be surprised if he got 10 rings, dude. Dude is fucking great. Josh Allen is great too. Amazing MVP type season. Tre'Davious White, you can control Tyreek Hill. That's great. Then he's going to throw to Kelce. Got everybody else, DeMarcus Robinson, all those other guys. It's going to come down to, I think, which defense makes the stop, right? I think that's what it's going to come down to, because no defense here is elite. Like, oh my God. It's going to come down to which defense makes the stop, which quarterback makes that mistake. And I think Mahomes has been here before. He's had his back against the wall plenty of times in playoff games. He was down 20-0 last year against the Texans, probably even more. I forgot the score was. They're 20-0. And then the Super Bowl, he's down 10, comes back against the best defense in the league. Like,
you can't count them out, man. Let's be real.
I can't. It's like kind of LeBron out. You know what I mean? Like, you just really can't. You know, or counting Brady out when he was with the Patriots, you just can't. You can't. It's Mahomes, man. Allen had a great season. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. It's gonna definitely be a fucking. The AFC is definitely in good hands with these two as quarterbacks. You know what I mean? For the next 10, 15 years. But yeah, I'm going Mahomes I'm going Mahomes every single Pock-Ems for the rest of our SLS podcast until Mahomes retires. Literally, I cannot go against this kid.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
Mahomes, you know, is 24-1 in his last 25 games. Besides losing to that game against the Raiders, he's 24-1. So he would have been 25-0 in his last games. That's including all his playoff runs and his Super Bowl win too. Like, dudes,
that's insane.
Fucking amazing. And I think he's gonna be better than fucking Tom Brady, in my opinion. And if he keeps up his trajectory of what he's on right now, I'm not getting far ahead of myself. I know people are like, oh my God, relax, Brady's been in the league 20 years. Let's chill out, dude. This motherfucker is balling on another level. Okay, he's already won an MVP, fucking rookie of the year. He's done it all. He's gonna continue to do it all. I kind of turned this pick him. It's like a Patrick Mahomes like fucking breakdown.
Hey, listen, Patrick Mahomes. I don't think that's a hot take at all. I think Mahomes, if he stays healthy and with the right system within Andy Reid, dude, he'll win more rings than Tom Brady.
Absolutely.
Like this guy, this is his 4th year in the NFL. He has the highest paid contract of literally all time. Okay, in his 4th season.
Well deserved. He didn't even play his rookie season.
Okay, his sophomore campaign, he comes in, wins MVP by a landslide, throws 50 touchdowns and I think 5 interceptions, right? Some shit like that, with 5,000 yards. Okay. He gets to the AFC Championship against the GOAT, who the Patriots at that time were the best fucking defense by far. And of course you're going to lose. And
it came back to which defense is going to make the stop, right?
And the Patriots defense made the stop, right?
You know what I mean?
And they ended up going into overtime. Tom Brady had the luck, got the ball first, drove down the field, scored. Okay, that's a great way to end your first season as a starter. Going against the GOAT, taking him to overtime, and then you lose to the GOAT. Following season, he comes back. Literally, another MVP candidate season. Of course, Lamar won it, and deservingly so. But again, your MVP candidate season again for the 2nd straight season. You get to the AFC Championship game against the Texans, who the quarterback that you played against got drafted again before you, and you're down 20-0 at the half. You come back and you win. Then you get to the Super Bowl, you're down 10 against the greatest defense that we probably saw in the last 5 years because of how fucking dominant they were. You're down 10 and then you come back and you win. And you get Super Bowl MVP. All that in 2 seasons.
And you really look at it. And you expose Jimmy Garoppolo is not a fucking good quarterback.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And dude, this is his 3rd season as a starter, 4th year overall, but 3 years in the NFL as a starter. And you're consistently in the AFC champ. You're in the Super Bowl run all 3 years.
You're literally the Super Bowl favorite every single year before the preseason rankings drop. You're the Super Bowl favorite. He will continue to be as long as he stays healthy. He's fucking amazing, dude. He's got these weapons too that are helping him out a lot. Obviously, you got the fucking best tight end in the game. Tyreek Hill's probably top 2, top 3 wide receivers. So fucking fast. They don't give a fuck about their run game. They signed Le'Veon Bell. They're like, okay. Everybody's like, oh my god, Le'Veon Bell. Like, okay, Mahomes, that's quite. I'm still here though. You know what I mean? It's not like.
And their offensive line ain't shit either.
You know what I mean? But dude just makes it fucking happen. He's just amazing. It's fun to fucking watch. He's sort of like when Steph Curry really hit that scene when Golden State was making those runs. You know what I mean? Start hitting those crazy ass threes and shots like that, and they were always the favorites. I feel like that's what he kind of reminds me of, but. Mahomes is just right now, he's the best football player on the planet, and he will continue to be in 10-15 years when Rodgers, Brady, Breeze, Wilson are all gone. It's gonna be Mahomes. It's Mahomes' league now. It's gonna continue to be until this dude fucking retires, man. Kansas City, you guys buckle up, people. Kansas City,
gold.
You guys are fucking chilling. You guys are in great hands over there, man.
Yeah, awesome. and listen, not to again, I'm picking the Bills to win this game, but. Dude, the AFC is set up for so long. It's you got these 2 quarterbacks. You still got Lamar. You got Baker Mayfield, who's somewhat coming into his fold, right? Then you got Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow, who both, before obviously the Joe Burrow injury, was playing a pretty good season.
Yeah, he had a shitty offensive line too.
Yeah, and Justin Herbert balled out even with a fucking terrible offensive system, or just team overall. Dude, the AFC is set up for so long. We're going to have these matchups for the next 10-15 years, barring any trades, any injuries, But this NFL, we thought we had it good with Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, Tom Brady, and I mean, arguably so. Those are 3 of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. But then you get these guys who are all about fucking gunslinging the shit out of the ball.
That new generation, man.
Literally, like you said, credit to what you just said. They changed the game kind of like how Steph Curry did in the NBA. It was something completely different that we've seen. And obviously, Patrick Mahomes started that wave. And I mean, Drew Brees and Russell Wilson have been doing it, but not to the extent that Patrick Mahomes has done it.
But Drew Brees can throw 5 slant boys. That's all he does, 5 yards.
Yeah. But And then you got Josh Allen, who's last season played very well, and then this season MVP candidate. And again, he has a fucking cannon on his body. And then Joe Burrow, we know how accurate he is. Justin Herbert, another cannon, like.
And Deshaun Watson, if he doesn't leave Houston, which I think he's gonna.
I mean, come to the Bears, please.
Yeah, he's come to the Bears already, confirmed.
No, he's going to the 49ers, but that's not the talk of this week. But, dude, yeah, listen, these two games this week, I think, are the most exciting two games of the entire season so far. Like, even better than the first matchup of Breeze against Brady, and better than, like, when Deshaun Watson finally came back to Chicago to play again. Well, not finally came back, but came to Chicago to play the Bears over a team that didn't draft him, right?
I think that was more of a Chicago,
more Chicago excitement, but like, I mean, I think me and you both picked the Texans to win that game anyway.
I picked them to destroy them, actually, and the Bears are destroying them.
Yeah, and so, man, listen, all I know is we are the NFL fans, man. We are set up for the next 10, 15 years, if not longer. And that's not counting out the next couple QBs for the next couple of years that are going to be coming out. We got Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields coming out. Like, it's going to be great.
Draft any quarterbacks, the NFL's in good hands.
It literally, like, if dude. But man, I'm excited for these games, man. I'm excited for the Super Bowl. But to wrap things up, man, like, it's been a hell of a fucking season. Like, we're not even done yet, right? But it's been a hell of a season. Very exciting. A lot of crazy games. A lot of games that we voted to go one way and completely flipped sides. So, I mean, you can't expect anything in this type of NFL game. Like, even with that old school Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady matchup that we're going to see in the NFC Championship this weekend, you can't expect anything. Like, both these guys have been balling out all year.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's going to be a great weekend of football.
Yeah, and I can't wait. Man, Bills against Bucs. I got Bills against Bucs. You got Packers against Chiefs.
That's my favorite game right now.
Oh, man. Like, it's going to be an exciting Super Bowl. No matter how you set it up. Whoever goes, it's going to be exciting, man. And, again, man, thank you for all the support. Cal, thank you for coming out, my man. I know you had a long-ass day.
Yeah,
I feel like I tell you this all the time, but hey.
I'm always having long days, but hey, man, it's part of the lifestyle that I chose and is what I want, and we're gonna keep fucking grinding until we get to where we need to be.
Yeah, man. And guys, again, thank you for all the support. We just hit 1,000 followers on Facebook, and man, thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts. Literally, like, crazy support that you guys have shown us. Make sure to follow us on all of our socials at SLS Inc. We got a huge giveaway coming out for all of the 1,000 followers that we have. We're going to do a random generator, and one of you lucky followers will get the win. And, man, again, thank you guys. Everyone have a great night. Cal, have a great night, my man.
That's so you too.